Golfers often talk to me about shoulder turn and how they feel that if they make a big turn with their shoulders, somehow it's going to make them hit the ball further. Now, you might hear this kind of thing on TV when you watch the golf, and commentators are talking about this player has a big shoulder turn and look how far he hits the ball. But turning your shoulders a long way doesn't necessarily guarantee the ball's going to go further. And I would say with most golfers, trying to make a big shoulder turn actually tends to make them worse. Now, one of the key problems I see with golfers who really focus on shoulder turn and nothing else is that their arms and their club will tend to follow what their shoulders do. Now, if it looks something like this, so, okay, my left shoulder's got to come around this way, then of course the arms and the club are going to go way inside and the swing is going to be very flat and around their body, which is going to cause other problems. So we need to keep in mind that the plane and the path that the arms and the club move on cannot be as flat as trying to get this shoulder around here, as the club just goes straight around the body. So having this focus on, okay, as soon as I start my backswing, my shoulders have got to go and turn around here, and I've got to get my left shoulder over here because it's going to help me hit the ball further, you're pretty much completely ruining your swing right from the start. The way I look at it is that the shoulders move and turn as a result of other things happening in the swing. Now, the problem is the shoulders being large body parts. If we place too much emphasis on what the shoulders do, it can tend to overpower everything else and ruin what the arms, the club, the rest of the body are doing. So focusing on what your shoulders do, not usually a good idea for most golfers. So if we look at something a bit more simple, we go back to a shortish shot, so a good setup, the triangle with the arms in the setup position. Now, if I move back, so when I would be starting my backswing and I maintain this Y shape, so I'm keeping the triangle with my arms, and I start back, then of course my shoulders are going to turn. And that's about as much as they're going to turn because everything's joined together. And the only time they wouldn't move very much is if I just went like this, the triangle broke down, and then my left shoulder is still staying over here. So as long as you maintain that triangle shape, then the shoulders are going to turn essentially the perfect amount. So if we're trying to go, okay, get my left shoulder around here, again, you're absolutely ruining what's happening with your arms and with the club. So if we look at chipping, pitching, full swing, starting the club and maintaining that triangle, or the Y if we add in the golf club, the shoulders are going to turn the perfect amount as long as we maintain that triangle at the start. So this concept of turn the shoulders, it really just tends to getting a lot of things out of position. And again, just because you've made a big turn with your shoulders doesn't guarantee that the ball's going to go further. And in most people's cases, it gets them in such bad positions that I would say it actually makes them hit the ball worse and probably shorter as well.